Horror Planet, where horror memories live. Shock till you drop, where more horror stories are. Wailing 5. The small town of Millfield had always been known for its quiet, peaceful atmosphere, but that all changed one summer when a strange wailing sound began to fill the night air. At first, the residents tried to ignore it, dismissing it as a trick of the wind or some other natural phenomenon. But as the wailing grew louder and more persistent, they began to fear that it was something more sinister. It wasn't long before people started reporting sightings of a ghostly figure in a white gown, wandering the streets at night and wailing mournfully. Some said that the figure was that of a woman who had died in a tragic accident many years ago, while others claimed that it was the ghost of a vengeful spirit, seeking retribution for some long-forgotten wrong. As the wailing continued, the residents of Millfield grew more and more terrified, locking their doors and windows at night and avoiding the streets after dark. But no matter how hard they tried to ignore it, the wailing seemed to be calling out to them, beckoning them closer. One night, a group of teenagers decided to investigate, determined to uncover the source of the wailing once and for all. They followed the sound to an old abandoned house on the edge of town, where they found a room filled with ancient artifacts and strange symbols scrawled on the walls. As they looked around, the wailing grew louder and more intense, until it seemed to be coming from inside their own heads. They tried to leave, but the door had been locked from the outside, trapping them inside with the ghostly wailing that surrounded them on all sides. They huddled together, their hearts pounding as the wailing grew louder and more intense, until they were certain that they would be driven insane. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the wailing stopped. The teenagers were found the next day, huddled together in the abandoned house, their faces twisted in fear. None of them could explain what had happened, but they knew that they had been in the presence of something truly terrifying, a wailing spirit that had come to claim them as its own.